Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's game. We are trying out Gengar EX, not Mega Gengar EX. But we are trying it out again. I've tried Gengar EX in the past, and frankly, it's not easy. It's not. It takes 3 psychic energies. It's a stage 2. And yeah, it does give you the ability to shut off your opponent's supporter cards, but at the cost of 3 energies and a rare candy or a haunter. You're trying to get Gengar out as soon as possible. Wow, I guess like we're doing pretty all right with this hand. I'm pretty surprised this is working out so nicely here. To be very honest, our opponent hit us for 30. We don't need to use the Lily. But we have shut off their supporters. And next turn we can start attacking with Gengar. If I had started with Giratina as well, with this Dawn in my hand, I could have already been attacking with it. That's the whole idea of having the Dawn in the deck, is just timing it. Our opponent is very much hurting here because they can't use supporters, and they need supporters in their discard in order to attack. I mean, to increase their damage. Now, we get to put our energy there, Spooky Shot the Chandelure, leave them at 40 HP, and unless they're playing item cards for healing, which I don't think they are, they're kind of in a rough place here right now. They must have a lot of healing. Nope, they have no healing. The cape is kind of just a waste right now. At least for them. On that Chandelure, because they're gonna knock it out for sure here. Okay, sweet. We got the Diantha for next turn. We're gonna put this on here, knowing that we're going to Diantha. Knock out the Chandelure up front. Continue preventing supporters from being used. Gengar is really oppressive in that sense, because once you set it up, you need a Repel, and Repel doesn't work on Gengar EX because it's a basic Pokemon. They retreat the Litwick to give us their Meowth, and they are going to be drawing with Feelin' Fine. I'm going to try to, in between games, maybe get a... Alright, our opponent conceded. I was going to see about making my camera a little bit less red here. So let me take a couple moments to do that, and I'll be right back. Alright. Here we go. Next match. I don't know if I fully updated that deck list on the screen there. I might have taken out the red card for a copycat, and I added in a Lily. Oh, I took out the giant cape for the Lily. We are going first. We do not see Dawn. We are going against Dark. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. I guess Giratina's a little bit beefier, so we'll put him up front. We see Chingling. Not a great start for us, because we need that rare candy. Put this down. Our opponent has 4 cards. Do we Copycat? Do we Professor? Copycat puts those 3 back in. That keeps Copycat for next turn. They're playing Chingling. Is it Hydreigon? You know what? I'm not even... that's my bet. They're playing Hydreigon. So let's Copycat. Take a fresh 3 here. Not the best 3, but we got we got a Pokemon out of it. Now we Broken Space Bellow, and then our turn. Our opponent is playing right now just Chingling. They're showing Dark Energy. I'm wagering a bet that they're playing Hydreigon. Hydreigon is so popular, super popular. Okay, they're playing Darkrai Greninja. I knew it was Darkrai Greninja before they put down the Darkrai. I was in the process of saying it. Y'all can't accuse me of nothing. I was not expecting the Darkrai necessarily. I was expecting Hydreigon, but they're not playing Hydreigon. Do they? I don't know what they're holding up about. Oh, probably the same. They probably had a Professor's as well. That's what would have held me up there. Do we want the 2 or do we want the 3? They went with the Copycat. They attached to the Darkrai. They attack with Chingling. So Rare Candy, no bueno, no mas. So same with the Pokeball. We will watch over. Let's see, with Indeedee, we're doing 30, 60, 90, 120. Really starting to think we need a Rocky Helmet in this deck. So next turn, we will be able to Broken Space Bellow the Chingling. We don't have any healing for... Oh, no, we do. We have Diantha. That would suck, though. But we could attach and Broken Space Bellow and get those 2 energies right back if that's necessary. Or we attach somewhere else for the turn, Broken Space Bellow, and then attach next turn to Giratina. We do have a singular Peculiar Plaza, period. That's all I have. I could use the second one. I need to open so many packs before the next set comes out. I forget what it's called, but it's coming out in like less than a week. Golly, they have the Rocky Helmet. Do we see a Greninja? If we do, the only thing that's going to save us is unfortunately Diantha. The Gengar would shut off Cyrus. That's the name I was trying to remember. Cyrus. I don't know how I could forget it. Another Chingling. They're literally just trying to... ping us. Just trying to ping us the whole time. We got our other Ghastly. We got a Professor for next turn. That's all the basics that we play. So let's put that down. I guess we take a prize card. Before we take the prize card, though, we watch over. We go down to 110. Darkrai pings us, and we go down. So instead... Broken Space Bellow. Wait for Darkrai. I do believe we need a Rocky Helmet. Or we need some other way to get an extra 20 damage out. Because a lot of Pokemon do have 3 energy costs, which is 120. And that's 20 damage short of knocking out that Darkrai. So Indeedee is, you know... great in a certain sense. Oh, well, there goes... I wasn't expecting the Greninja. I should have retreated. Not sure if this is savable. Other than getting... No, we're done for. There's nothing we can do. I don't know why it's stressing me out so much. I don't think there's anything we can do. Don't have enough energy. Got Lily and Haunter. We are gonna take a lot of damage. I think it's... I don't think there's anything we can do. But we'll play it out. Pretty sure we won that first game. Not the very first game. If you see that game, I don't... It's a tricky deck. It's a tricky deck. Energy placement, very important. Gotta read what's in your hand. Gotta know the future. Oh man, 30 damage. Wow. Well, just hope for the best here, you know? No, they knock us out. That's it. It's alright. It's alright. We were playing a dark deck. We are very weak to dark deck. And Greninja is just OP. The combination... I never got to work that quickly. Or I don't know if that was just lucky for that particular opponent. We're not playing in Masters right now. It's just regular old randoms. Oh, I should have taken a new screenshot of the deck. I was just thinking about that. We are playing with a Lily instead of a Giant Cape and a second Copycat instead of the red card. I'm wondering if... Oh, see, the Haunter goes around... Maybe it's a May that I'm looking for. If we top deck a rare candy, we are set. Alright, our opponent is showing Orcorio. That's a beautiful card. I can't wait to finish that. Oh my god. Alright. We top decked a rare candy, and it's a shiny one. So, not shiny, reverse holo. The opponent here is drawing 2 Pokeballs. Oh, okay. Wow. They're set. They are set. Now we are gonna get our DD. See, as far as getting set up, the basic Pokemon situation here has been very nice. We're not going to place our energy right now. We are going to rare candy into Gengar EX. Guess we Copycat now just for the 2. And if one is Dawn, then alright, I guess that helps us later, not so much now. We do have to manually attach 3 to this Gengar. I guess ideas are coming along. They must have a flame patch, otherwise this would not. Yeah. Is that Blaine? Do they really just take off? Oh, that's funny. Oh, girl. All right. finally hit that one. At 80 would die. I guess we just go ahead and heal all that damage off. And we do our broken space bellow here. We gotta get a Dawn. Gotta get a Dawn. I know that hurt them because they only run one more flame patch. I wonder if they play Blaine. I wouldn't play this particular Ninetales and not be playing Blaine. Question is, do they have another flame patch to pull off the same thing they just did? Oh, that's so dirty. Alright, so the sustain this round has been so good. We just Diantha'd a turn ago. Got rid of the 2 energies we manually attached, and we're still in the game. Next turn, we are very well set up to go on the offense. Alright, that kind of hurts us. That Oricorio still goes down, though. Wish I had a second. Peculiar Plaza is the rest of that sentence. Because I could replace the starting planes with it. That's 1 prize card in the bag. Who does our opponent put forward? Ninetales. I wonder, do we see Blaine? If we see Blaine, we could be in trouble. We can still pay the retreat and promote Giratina. No, we're playing a 2 prize card game over here. They have no way of knocking us out in 1 turn here. They can do 1. What they're doing right now. What does it do? Is it plus 20? Plus 20. So base is doing 110 on Flame. Just do 110. Now, nobody else has energy. They might have a flame patch. Hard telling, not knowing. Just burns us for that singe. Okay. Yeah, we start loading up the other one. We don't need to Broken Space Bellow. We will Spooky Shot, take a second prize card. If our opponent has Ninetales and Flame Patch in hand, they promote Blacephalon. Okay. Flame Patch still puts them in a pretty good place. The burn is okay. Cool. I don't know if they misplayed by putting Blacephalon up front. They could have still tried. I was low HP. But perhaps they didn't top deck the Flame Patch that they needed. I feel like perhaps the Blacephalon in there is a little bit overkill. The other Blacephalon, though, the non-EX one, the OG one, does 130, but like also hits itself, I think. That one with Lusamine with Ninetales would be a pretty good combination. It would benefit from training arena or area and starting planes. Making it consistent, though, different story. We start Ghastly, we see Torchic, which means Mega Blaziken. There's no way our opponent is not playing get potentially 50. I'd rather keep all of these cards if I get Marsed. I'll eat that for trying to evolve and then copycatting. Especially if our opponent just draws 2 and leaves us with 5. Also, if they're playing Mega Blaziken, they probably aren't playing Stadiums. They might play A starting planes. Double Heatmore. Top deck anything that... If we get Ndidi, that would help us. We've got a Ghastly. Okay, that doesn't harm us. We can evolve here, put this down, and copycat for a fresh 3. The evolution there was pretty good. None of this is helpful immediately. Next turn we have draw. Do we put the 50 on? We go down to 30. Go down to 30. Edged. Alright. Alright. Alright, we did 50. We take 20. Unfortunate about the Rocky Helmet. Ooh, yeah, I forgot to try to put one in. Maybe after this game, I will finally put one on. What would we take out? The Lily? No. The Diantha originally got me thinking about deck. The double Pokeball is still good. Maybe one of the copycats? Because of the copycat. I mean, that's an easy 2-shotter for them. If I get a Gengar. Godly. We got Tails. Alright, so that stinks. Our other Ghastly is definitely gone next turn. Opponent evolves their other Torchic. Oh, they're gonna take this kill. Alright. Haha. I was wrong. What a cruel world it is. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh, 1 card away, dude. Alright. Now, the Lily... I don't think the Lily's gonna really help us. That's just extra rude, dude. That's what we're gonna do. So our opponent is now out of quarter cards to use. They knock me out, actually. Burn. It's so rude that they make us do this when we die of burn. So here's my salty timer of not flipping the coin for the burn. Just the damage left me at 0. In any case, that was a good game. Our opponent had definitely better luck. Let me see about this Rocky Helmet and getting one of these copycats out. I'll put the deck list up on the screen as well. The deck list is updated. We got a Rocky Helmet in there. We got 2 sets of healing because Gengar EX has a lot of HP. Also, the Diantha can work on both of the other Pokemon. Giratina is a perfect target. I was going to say specimen. We get an Indeedee start, which I guess is okay. We have a Pokeball. Probably gonna get a Ghastly with it. Unless we top deck a Ghastly, and then it's 50-50 between that and Gengar. Our opponent uses Copycat. Nothing good in that hand that they wanted to save. What else do they get for potential Pokemon? Anybody on the bench? Here's a Pokeball. They have no access to energy this turn. Entei. Do they play X-Speed? They play another Pokeball. Very thoughtful of my opponent to play down his hand in between. Tell me how we start the game with 3 Gengar EXs, a single rare candy, and now the Pokeball got us the Giratina instead of the 2 Ghastlies. Make it make sense. It's pocket luck. That's what it is. There's got to be a word for this. Bad RNGesus, basically. If we see a Charmeleon on the bench, they could put it on the active as well. That would still give it to the active Pokemon, but they retreat instead. They probably play Flame Patch. There it is. Next turn, they plan on attacking, and wanted to really make sure I can't do anything else. It sucks to throw all that away, but when am I going to get a Ghastly? Alright, we did get a rare candy, so that's pretty helpful, I suppose. We're going to do 60 damage to this guy here named Entei. And we will, without any healing on the Entei, knock it out next turn. They do not discard energy. In fact, they could go to 3 energy. If they have both Charmeleons, we're in danger. PCL does not save them. Does it? No, because they're going to take 20 damage from the Rocky Helmet. Haha! Rocky Helmet was a great addition. Alright. We didn't need Gengar that game. Let's play 1 or 2 more here. We've got a lot of games in. And we've been having some luck, actually. I think we finally cracked Gengar EX. It still is not OP. I didn't even get a Ghastly in that last game. Unsure when I was going to either. It's just bad RNG. Our opponent also Master Ball rank. We are going first. We're playing Fire. We did start. Okay. We did start with Giratina. Rather have the 1 prize Pokemon up front. We see Entei. Our opponent might not have anything else in their hand, but we will find out next turn. I guess let's try it this way. A helmet, Gengar. All right, our Pokeball gets us our other Ghastly. Nice, very, very nice. I don't foresee any hand disruption from our opponent. They are either playing Mega Blaziken or some Charizard variant, is my guess. Does not look like the same person we just played. But we see... Okay. I would have probably waited myself. But what do I know? I don't win every game. Our opponent has 2 Charmanders down now. They played 2 Pokeballs and a Professor's. They have 4 cards in hand. And they end their turn. We have Dawn in our hand. We will go Rare Candy, Gengar, EX. Shutting down supporters. We will add this here Rocky Helmet. Attach Dawn so that we don't lose it. And space Bellow for the end of our turn. The whole reason to have Dawn in the deck is to get Gengar going. So I'm not going to wait. Even though I couldn't attack. I can attack next turn. We see the commitment to attacking. They're gonna take 20 damage in return. Do we risk it for the biscuit? If we had... Dang. This is tough because we can heal all that damage off. Do we want to, though? If they hit us again, then they will get knocked out. Unless they have a PCL, in which case we still need to hit them next turn. It really depends on where this energy from my opponent goes. They can still use Flame Patch and Rare Candy. They just... Oh, that's what they got. Ice Pops. Alright, Tails is what I hope. Tails is what I see. Thank you, RNG. There's a song for you. I just wrote it. Free of charge. You take the 20. You draw a card. Lily? Professors. I'm going to attach and Diantha. That's a lot of damage. And we Space Bellow for turn. Next turn, we will, in fact, have to take out that Entei. It's not a threat to knock us out. Don't have any fire in the discard. They haven't retreated. They can't use any supporters. Their hand is freaking huge. If I get a copycat, then, you know, we could pop off. Do they attack or do they retreat? We don't have a Cyrus, which is unfortunate, but it would scare off the Entei just long enough. No, they knock themselves out for the damage. Top deck Lily, what's the chances? We got 8 cards, 1 and 8. That's pretty good. If we top deck a Lily, I think the game is straight up over for our opponent unless they can find a Charizard. They could potentially knock us out next turn. Which kind of shucks. Ooh. Alright. The copycat next turn is going to really go off. I wish we had Indeedee a lot sooner. However, we are not going to just not take this opportunity. We did already use our Dawn, which sucks. They got 2 cards left in their deck. They see a Charmeleon. Do they have a Flame Patch? Unsure. Might still play Ice Pop. Yeah, they're going to take the 2 here. Fine. They take the 20 damage right there. And Now we are tied. So... how many cards do I have? I have 5. We will, with this copycat, draw everything in our deck. I don't know what our opponent is missing. They are definitely missing. No reason for the Pokeball to go down. Let's retreat back. So they can't use any supporter cards. We will attach here. And Broken Space Bellow. They'll hit us for 120. And if they do try to hit us with this Entei, they can't draw any more cards. They did have the Mega Charizard. Okay. They've used one Flame Patch, haven't they? No, they've not. Damn, have they been waiting this whole time? They load up their Mega Charizard in one turn. So, what can you do? He didn't need the turn to have any supporters. But if they had that in their hand, then why didn't they do that sooner? Unfortunate. But the Rocky Helmet did what it was supposed to do. So it's been a good addition. I think the energy consumption of the deck is the hardest thing to manage. There's not a lot of space in the deck. We are able to do quite a few things. I think committing... I think committing to either the Haunter or the little Gengar, the 3-star Gengar, or Diamond. I think that committing to one or the other would give this deck one open slot. You either choose to have a match against Oricorio that you can win, or you go for more draw. I mean... No. I'm totally thinking about too many things at once. If you commit to the little Gengar can take out Oricorio. So you can drop Haunter and you get a spot there, right? And then you can still fight against Oricorio. However, if you drop Haunter, you lose instantly to Chingling until you build up enough energy, right? I guess it's not the end of the world, but it also allows your opponent to set up. And it's not super beneficial, right? The Chingling is super annoying. Oh, man. The Chingling is super annoying, but you can work around it. But usually your opponent's going to be having the same amount of time to set up. So they'll just come in, switch out that Chingling with free retreat, undo the block. All right, that's fine. Diantha can go in the deck. So it would open up a spot. I think that I'd rather have both. Personally. I want to be set up for when I get a Gengar EX here. We might get a copycat. If we get heads and they get tails, then we win the game. Oh, man. Oh, imagine that would have been a great last game. That would have been a great game to finish off on. Let's see Chandelure. Well, Litwick first. Top decking a Gengar EX. Alright, that doesn't kill us, but it doesn't help us. Them. We could get a Gengar EX here. We got 10 cards, 2 Gengars. Alright, we didn't get Gengar EX. Get Gengar EX. No. Not rare candy. Not on this one. We're gonna go with this so we can attack. Our opponent is playing Psychic Pokemon, which means... Ow. It's just damage though, right? It's still asleep, so they have to flip for sleep. Man, they're flipping a lot. But they wake up. Of course they wake up. They've been flipping heads the whole time. Why wouldn't they continue to flip heads? We would have a great counter, but is that 120 damage now? Oh my gosh. Alright, so they are not going to go for the kill. They get free retreat, but we get free retreat. And we can shut them down. We'll use Dawn here. Clear out our hand, unfortunately. But next turn, we can start attacking with Gengar EX. They have 4 in their discard. So they're doing 8 and 6. That's insane. That's insane. I guess we can do 100, right? Or 369. Or we Hypnoblast and we put them to sleep. It does open up the supporter cards again, but if we can keep them asleep without healing, yes. If they don't heal, then we can knock them out next turn. And Lycia's gonna get them a Litwick. Alright, so they attach. They probably have Rare Candy and another Chandelure. Okay. They stay asleep. Great. Truly great. Alright, so now we can retreat. Shut off their supporters again. Not that it really matters here. We can heal Gengar, not that that matters here. And hope that something really terrible happens to my opponent's hand. It's a good game, for sure. The Gengar is a direct counter to Chandelure. but they just do such large damage. What are they doing here? 160. I needed... Not even a Diantha would have saved us there. That would only put us to 150. Our only hope... We would only do 90 there. We would only do 90. So I suppose we can start attacking or attaching here. Cross your fingers. We gotta cross our fingers that they flip tails again. It's the only thing. Tails. Yes! Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby! We shut them down in the end. Alright. This Gengar, I wasn't even thinking about the utility that sleep can afford you. And that was so clutch. And it only really worked that way because of the lack of a giant cape. But if Indeedee was doing 90 plus 70, total that is 160, which still would have knocked out the Chandelure. And apparently they didn't play any healing cards. They didn't heal the Chandelure there. In any case, Gengar EX actually has some real viable utility. It's not insanely consistent, but there's one or two spots that you can open up as you like. I only play the one stadium, which can get countered, so you have to time that. The Lily is a great way to sustain, but it's only 60 damage that it heals. The Diantha is really... As somebody who's tried to make Gengar EX work, and with the Dawn and the Giratina, Diantha is the only thing that gave Gengar EX any kind of utility. So now it has some real sustain. That was a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I made this deck today. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll see you guys next video.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Maybe watch another video. And I'll see you in the next one.